Welcome to Mission APSC APSCJE YouTube channel. আজি আপোনালোকৰ কাৰণে লৈ আহিছো সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিংৰ যিমানখিনি ফৰ্মুলা আছে গোটেই ফৰ্মুলাখিনিৰ এটা কুইক ৰিভিজন। আশা কৰোঁ এই ভিডিঅ'টো আপোনালোকক যথেষ্ট উপকৃত কৰিব আপকামিং APSCৰ AE আৰু JE এক্সামবিলাকৰ কাৰণে। লগতে আপোনালোকে যদি সিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং ৰিলেটেড যিকোনো কম্পিটিটিভ এক্সাম দিবলৈ যায় তেতিয়াহ'লে ফৰ্মুলা বেচিছ কিছুমান কুৱেশ্যনছ আহে। সেই কুৱেশ্যনখিনি যথেষ্ট সহায়ক হ'ব যদি আপোনালোকে এই ভিডিঅ'টো ৱাচ কৰে। গতিকে ভিডিঅ'টোৰ শেষলৈকে আপোনালোকে ৱাচ কৰিব। যদি চেনেলটো নতুনকৈ আহিছে দেন প্লিজ চেনেলটো ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰিব। লগতে কাষত থকা যিটো বেল আইকন হয় সেই আইকনটো প্ৰেছ কৰিব সো দ্যাট মই দিয়া আপডেটবিলাক আপোনালোকে টাইমলি পাই যায়। যিসকল নতুনকৈ আহিছে সেইসকলক মই কৈ দিছোঁ এই চেনেলটো বিশেষকৈ টেকনিকেল গাইডেন্স দিয়া হয় বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ টেকনিকেল জব আপডেটৰ লগতে বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ টেকনিকেল ছাবজেক্টছবিলাকৰ ডিছকাশ্যন কৰা হয়, প্ৰিভিয়াছ ইয়েৰ কুৱেশ্যন পেপাৰ ডিছকাশ্যন কৰা হয়। গতিকে আপোনালোক যদি চিভিল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিঙৰ বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ড হয় নাইবা ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং লাইনৰ হয় বা নতুবা আপোনালোক GS লাইনৰো যদি বেলেগ লাইনৰো যদি হয় সো আপোনালোকে ৱাচ কৰিব পাৰে কাৰণ জিকে সেকশন মই ইয়াতে ডিসকাস কৰোঁ। সো পলম নকৰি আজিৰ যিখিনি সিভিলৰ অল ফৰ্মুলা সেটছ সেই ফৰ্মুলাখিনি আমি আপোনালোকৰ মাজত ডিসকাস কৰিছোঁ। প্ৰথমতে আমি লৈছোঁ জিঅ'টেকনিকেল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিং সাবজেক্টটো। জিঅ'টেকনিকেল ইঞ্জিনিয়াৰিঙৰ ফাৰ্ষ্ট ফৰ্মুলা you can see that the flow index. Flow index is basically water content W1 minus W2, that is the water content difference divided by log 10 N2 by N1, where N2 is nothing but number of blows and N1 is number of blows at 1 and now N2 is the number of blows at 2. So it will give the flow index IF. And secondly, toughness index formula to is IP by IF. Let me zoom my screen so that you can clearly see, and let me change the color of my pen so that you can clearly see. Okay, and second is IT is IP by IF, that is IP, that is plasticity index, IF, that is flow index. So toughness index is basically ratio of plastic index divided by flow index. Then what is the coefficient of uniformity? D60 by D10. Okay, D60 is the size of the sheet where the 60% particles passing through that particular size of the ships. Okay, so teneke D10 to tenuka hoy. So similarly coefficient of curvature is D squared 30 by D60 into D10. So this is the number 4. Then we'll discuss the number 5 formula, that is the plasticity index IP. You can if you determine, then it is 0.70 WL minus 20. Then formula number 6, plasticity index is also defined as liquid limit minus plastic limit. Also sinkers index is basically liquid plastic limit minus sinkers limits. Then question number 8, then IL, it is basically W minus liquid limit liquidity index is basically W minus WP divided by IP. A formula to get who did it. Then consistency index IC is WL minus W by IP. Then what is activity? Activity is IP by F, where F is the clay fraction. What is clay fraction? Clay fraction is 0.02 micron passing particles. That means যদি আমাৰ সাইজটো 2 মাইক্ৰনতকৈ সৰু হয় তেতিয়া আমি clay fraction হিচাপে ধৰো। তাৰ পিছত we will have relative density. Relative density formula is EX, E maximum minus E maximum minus E minimum. So from there we can write as 1 by gamma D minimum, 1 by gamma D. 1 by gamma D minimum minus 1 by gamma D maximum, where gamma D is basically the dry density. Gamma D is the dry density at the densest state, and gamma D max is the dry density at loosest state. Okay, so then we have coefficient of permeability at the formula say formula number 12. Okay, let me move to formula number 12. That is K1 by K2. That is K1 is the coefficient of permeability, K2 is coefficient of permeability at second soil. Then 10 alpha 1 divided by 10 alpha 2, where alpha 1 and alpha 2 are the angles. Okay, so suppose amar duta layer ase soil, so etar suppose permeability K1 ase and second soil is permeability K2. So if you make the angles, this angle is basically alpha. Okay, then another formula for coefficient of permeability ketiba yar upor basis kor hodi dia. Let's suppose coefficient of permeability d logot keneke variation kore, square variation, porosity logot keneke kore, E cube aru E jodi apni sai roughly you can say this K is proportional to E square. So that means permeability is proportional to square of the void ratio. So these type of questions are framed from this particular Allen-Hazen equations. Then we have K is equal to K mu by gamma W, that is absolute permeability. Then for unconfined aquifer ক্ষেত্ৰত আমাৰ permeability value to determine কৰা হয় Q by pi ln R2 by R1 Z2 square by Z1 square. Then permeability in a confined aquifer ক্ষেত্ৰত K is equal to Q2 pi B ln R2 by R1 Z2 minus Z1. Then যদি আমাৰ horizontal permeability উলিয়াবলৈ দিয়া হয় KH, that is equivalent horizontal permeability is the permeability of the soil at 1 K1 into H1 plus K2 by H2 H1 by H2. Next we have the formula KV. KV is basically the effective vertical permeability for a stratified soil. যদি vertical permeability উলিওৱা হয় then H1 plus H2 divided by H1 by K1 H2 by K2. কেতিয়াবা সুধি দিব effective permeability উলিয়াবলৈ, suppose KH you are given and KV you are given. Suppose KH x ৰ value to আপোনাৰ দিলে 6 and K particular value to suppose আপোনাৰ দি দিলে 6, then the root over 36 K equivalent is also 6. So such type of questions may arises. Then falling head permeability ক্ষেত্ৰত কেনেধৰণে আমি permeability find কৰো? K is equal to AL AT ln H1 by H2. Then question number 21, that is the formula number 21 for constant head permeability ক্ষেত্ৰত QL by AH. What is the seepage discharge formula? Q is equal to KEH NF by ND. What is the Bosching's formula for determine the vertical stress at a point Z? TQ 3Q1 2 pi Z square 1 plus R by Z square to the power 5 by 2. Then we have Westgard equation for the analysis or for finding sigma Z value. CQ 1 by 2 pi Z square 1 plus C square R by Z whole square T by 2. Then for line load we have 2Q pi Z 1 plus X Z square by 2. Then we have for strip formula number 26 for stress under center of a strip load. Strip load ক্ষেত্ৰত sigma z is equal to q pi 2 theta plus sin 2 theta, where theta is tan inverse b by z. Sigma z is equal to q pi 2 theta plus sin 2 phi, where 2 theta is beta 1 minus beta 2, 2 phi is beta 1 plus beta 2 for strip eccentric point. Okay, then we can determine the circular root stress, vertical stress at the point z. Q1 minus cos cube by theta, where theta is tan inverse r by z. Sin phi is you can write as sigma 1 minus sigma 2 plus sigma 1 plus sigma t for cohesionless soil. For sin phi for cohesive soil we can write as sigma 1 minus sigma t by 2 c cot phi plus sigma 1 plus sigma t by 2. Then we have the major stress sigma 1 is 2c tan phi plus sigma t tan square alpha, where the failure plane or failure angle is 45 plus phi by 2. Tan phi is tau by sigma for shear box test. Okay, and then another is for shear test we can write this torsion equal to c pi d square h by 2 d by 6. যদি only bottom surface to contribute করে then c phi d square h by 2 d by 12. Then immediate settlement কাৰণে formula হৈছে si is equal to qb 1 minus mu square e into if, where if is the flow index. Then settlement footing based on the plate or settlement ক্ষেত্ৰত কেনেকৈ আমি settlement footing determine কৰোঁ? sf is equal to sf bf by bp, where the b is the width of the base plate, p is the width of the plate, and bp plus 0.3 plus bf plus 0.3. One is the width of the prototype and another is width of the plate, right? So these are the 36 formula. Then we'll move to the 37 formula. Today we'll discuss all the formula regarding geotechnical engineering, and I'll continue this formula set series. So question number formula number 37 of the Skimpton professor. Skimpton professor is value equal to b delta sigma c plus ab delta sigma d. Then what is the equation for stress path? Stress path equation is q is equal to mp plus w. What is the coefficient of curvature? That is del e by log 10 sigma 1 sigma naught del sigma by sigma naught. What is the cc value, coefficient of curvature for normally consolidated soil, that is means nc soil or ক্ষেত্ৰত 0.009 wl minus 10, and for over consolidated soil cc is 0.007 wl minus 10. What is the void ratio? Del e by 1 plus e naught is del h by h. It's the relation between settlement or degree of consolidation with respect to the void ratio. Then mb is del h by h del sigma naught. mb is the volume compressibility. cb is basically k gamma w by mb, and tb is the time factor is basically given as cb by td square, and tb is equal to pi by 4 u square যেতিয়া আমাৰ u to 0.6 কে কম হৈ যায়. tb is equal to minus 0.933 log 10 1 minus u minus 0.85 when u is greater than 0.6. Then what is the settlement? Final settlement we can given as cc is 1 plus e naught log 10 sigma naught del sigma naught. Similarly, settlement also we can calculate with reference to recompression curve. and the compression curves, then we'll have two terms. Okay, one is recompression, one is for compression. What is the area ratio? Area ratio is d square square minus di square by di square, very very important. Then we have the Taylor stability number, cu by f gamma is, this is also very very important. Then what is the Target strip formula? That is the ultimate bearing capacity of the soil. How to determine? CNC plus QNQ plus 0.5 gamma B gamma W N gamma, where NQ, N gamma, NC are the bearing capacity factor. C is the cohesion, Q is the basically structures, and gamma is the unit weight, and beta is the width of the footing. So we can determine the Target strip footings, allowable bearing passes. Similarly, যদি square হয়ে যায়, if the footing is square, then we can write 1.3 in place of 1 and 0.4 in place of 0.5. যদি the footing is circular in shape, then we will write as 1.3 q and 0.4 জায়গাত আমি লিখিব লাগিব 0.3. Then for rectangle we can write this formula 1 plus 0.3 b by l c and c q and q plus 1 minus 0.2 b by l 0.5 gamma b and gamma. Then according to Meyerhof equations, we have long formula, that is QU is equal to CNC, SC, DC, IC. These all are the factors, okay, several factors. Then this is the eccentric. If you try to encounter the eccentric load, then B dash is B minus 2EX, L dash will be L minus 2UY. Then Scampton formula is QNU is CNC. Then we have a QU, that is engineer's formula. Engineer's formula is WHNH S plus C. Okay, so C value to 2.54 centimeter hoy for drop hammer and 0.254 centimeter hoy for steep hammer. Then modified Healy formula is WHNHNB S plus C by 2. Okay, but C1, C2, CT are three particular loads. One is with dolly, another is without dollies, right? One is for length of the pile. Okay, so there are various formulas. Then we have QU ultimate settlement for pile group. This is the formula. Then QU is equal to APCNC AS alpha sigma is plus 2C for clay. Sandor ক্ষেত্ৰত হৈ যাব AP sigma and QAS sigma K 10 alpha. Okay. Then we have coming to the art pressure chapter. In art pressure pile-in group, the formula is AGP CNC AGS plus C. Then for active art pressure, the formula is K sigma dash minus 2C root K plus U. And for passive art pressure, KP sigma dash plus 2C KP plus U. Eto hoise amar cohesion, jot cohesion ase, that means cohesion thoka soilot hoy. Okay, this is the active art pressure formula, very very important. 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi. KP formula is 1 plus sin phi divided by 1 minus sin phi. Then if it is inclined with certain angles, the slope is inclined, তেতিয়াহলে আমি এই ফর্মুলাটা ইউজ কৰিম cos beta cos square beta cos square phi cos beta, and where P active art pressure is this. If it is an inclined backfill, for passive just direct sense of this sign. Here যদি minus আছে, then it will be plus. Here যদি minus আছে, it will be plus. It is plus, hence it is minus. So next we have SPT test. From SPT we can find the dilatancy corrections, 15 plus half n minus 15. That quicksand condition, very very important. IC is equal to G minus 1 plus C. So these all 74 formulas are very very important in case of geotechnical engineering. In the next video we'll discuss the important formula of fluid mechanics. Thank you for watching.